We all know that we live in a very confusing and a very broken world. Diba? Aminin po natin na napakagulo ngayon ng ating mundo. Every day, we are surrounded by bad news. We open our phones, and immediately we see fake news. And then there's those news of war, of violence, diba? Of corruption, of hatred. And we see people fighting online. Yung mga nag-aaway online, unfollow. And then we see families breaking apart. Leaders fighting for power. And then ordinary people just trying to survive. I saw this video on Facebook. I don't know if you saw it, but this elderly woman, inaampas-ampasin yung kanyang tungkol. Naliligo kami sa papis, yung mga congressman, hindi ng pera. Mamamatay na bala ako bago ko makuha yung pension na yan. Struggling just to survive. Many are struggling with money. Many are struggling with work. Many are struggling with mental health, with addiction, with loneliness. And sometimes the pain is far away, but sometimes the pain is also right inside our own homes. Nasa tahanan natin. Nasa bakuran natin. And so we ask, Lord, ano ba ang nangyayari sa mundo? Nasaan ka? And in times like this, it is very easy to feel tired. It's very easy to feel angry. It's very easy to feel hopeless. And we wonder how we can live with joy when there is so much suffering. We wonder how God can still be present when evil seems so strong. Paano natin masasabing magiging masaya tayo sa ganitong klase ng mundo? And our gospel this morning speaks directly to this question. Because Jesus gives us what we call the Beatitudes. And the Beatitudes are a way of life that goes against everything that the world tells us. Kasi sinasabi ng mundo, the happy ones, sino yung mga masasaya? Yung mga mayayaman, yung mga makapangyarihan, yung mga tanyag, yung mga komportable ang buhay. But Jesus says, ang mapalad, those who are blessed, are the poor, the sorrowful, the meek, the merciful, the persecuted. And for many people, even us sometimes, this does not make sense, di ba? Parang baliktad. Kapag meron tayong pera, selfie na lang sa Facebook, feeling blessed. But that's not what Jesus is telling us. No? Baliktad, di ba? How can the poor be happy? How can those who are suffering be blessed? Di ba mas maganda magkaroon ng pera? It's better to have money, to have security, to have control. So then we don't have to worry. Now, Jesus is not saying that suffering is good. He's not saying that injustice is okay. And He's not telling us to just accept pain. Tanggapin na lang natin lahat ng mga pagdurusa at mga sakit sa mundong ito at hintayin na lang natin ang ating reward sa langit. What Jesus is teaching us is much deeper than that. He's telling us that true happiness does not come from what we have. True happiness comes from whom we trust. Ang tunay na kaligayahan ay hindi galing sa kayamanan. Ang tunay na kaligayahan ay nanggagaling sa ating pagtitiwala sa Diyos.
Amen.
So those who are poor in spirit are blessed because they know they need God. Those who mourn are blessed because they open their hearts to God's comfort, to God's consolation. Those who are meek, those who are merciful are blessed because they live with love. Nabubuhay sila sa pagmamahal and not with pride. These people are happy. These people are blessed. Not because life is easy, but because God is at the center of their lives.
Amen.
I would like to share with you a story about a person that I really know. And he was a parishioner sa parokya kung saan ako nagtrabaho. And he was young. He was in his 20s, early 20s. But both his parents were in prison because of the tokhang, no? These were drug-related cases. And he was senior high school at that time. And he had to stop studying because now he had no parents. They were both in prison. And then he had to take care of two younger brothers. And he had to work, had to really work hard. And he was always tired from work kasi kailangan niya kumayod, kailangan niya kumita, paano niya mapapakain yung mga kapatid niya, paano mapapakain sa sarili niya, paano mapag-aral yung mga kapatid niya. So he was always worried that he was not earning enough. But one day, after a long day from work, he was rushing home kasi dala-dala nga niya yung, bumili na siya ng pagkain para sa mga kapatid niya. But then we saw an elderly woman who was struggling to carry a bag of groceries. Galing siya doon sa, yung may gold, pure gold glass. Yun, he was carrying. Pero pagod na siya. He hesitated. Pagod na siya. But he stopped and he helped her. And they talked for a few minutes. And then after a while, the elderly woman, thanked him and she said, God bless you, anak. God bless you. And that night, sabi niya sa akin, alam mo, Father, pagod pa rin ako. Bigat pa rin yung katawan ko. Marami pa rin akong problema. Pero yung gabing iyon, merong kakaibang kapayapaan na darama sa puso ko. I felt a different kind of peace. Now, nothing in his life suddenly became perfect. His problems did not disappear. But in that small act of love, God reminded him that his life had meaning. Na may kapuluhan ng kanyang buhay. I think that is the Beatitudes in real life. The world tells us, sinasabi sa atin ng mundo, isipin mo muna yung sarili mo. Protect your image. Get ahead. Don't look weak. But Jesus tells us something different. Love the poor. Forgive those who hurt you. Be humble. Trust God. Kung kaya't maliwanag na magkaiba ang landas ng mundo at ang landas ni Jesus. And living the Beatitudes will not always be easy. In fact, Jesus tells us clearly that His followers will face rejection. Na yung mga sumusunod sa Kanya will face persecution. When we choose honesty in a dishonest world, when we choose kindness in an angry world, when we choose faith in a cynical world, people may laugh at us. Pagtatawanan tayo ng mundo. Sabihin sa atin, hangal ka. Wala akong alam. They call us naive. They call us old-fashioned. They call us foolish. But Jesus never promised a life without pain. Hindi niya sinabi, pag sumunod ka sa akin, mawawala lahat ng problema ko. Hindi naman yun ang sinabi ni Jesus. What Jesus promised is this, sumunod ka sa akin, hindi kita iiwan.
Amen.
Sumunod ka sa akin, hindi kita papamaya.
Amen.
Jesus walks with us through our suffering. Jesus carries us when we are weak. And Jesus reminds us that suffering is not the end. Tandaan po natin that the life of Jesus did not end on the cross. His life ended in resurrection. And that is our hope. Na hindi kamatayan ang huling salita. Hindi kasalanan ang huling salita. Ang huling salita ay ang Diyos. Ang huling salita ay pag-ibig at buhay. We may not be able to stop all wars. We may not be able to end all poverty. We may never be able to heal all broken hearts. But God does not ask us to do everything. God only asks us to do something. One small act of kindness, one word of forgiveness, one choice to trust God instead of money or power or fear. Doon po nagsisimula ang pagbabago. Di ba merong kanta si Michael Jackson? In Our Small Way. You know that song? Hindi nyo alam?
Hindi.
Oh, why?
Kantahin
He
mo.
was like 10 years old when he sang this song. No? Bata pa siya. Ano? Ang sabi niya, maybe you and I can't do great things. Ano niya?
Kawawa.
Maybe you and I can't do great things. We may not change the world in one day, but we still can change some things today in our small way. Lord, hindi man natin mababago ang lahat. Hindi man natin mababago ang mundo sa isang araw. Pero nababago natin ang ibang mga bagay ngayon
Amen.
sa mga maliliit nating gawain. Kabutihan. Ha? Di ba sabi ko sa inyo noon? Kahit maliit, basta't malimit, patungo.
Amen.
This is what holiness looks like. It's not perfection. You'll never be perfect. But it's about faithfulness. It is not those big, grand gestures, grand actions. But everyday love. Yung mga maliliit na buhay pagmamahal na ating may pakikita sa araw-araw. And as the prophet Zephaniah reminds us in our first reading, we are called to seek humility. We are called to seek justice. So in other words, as disciples of Jesus, we are called to be signs of hope in our world today. And so today, let's ask for the grace to live the Beatitudes. Hindi lang para pakinggan yung mga sinabi ni Jesus, but to live them, to practice them. Let us trust God more than the things of this world. And let us live as joyful, hopeful children of God. The world may call us foolish.